It's not like manna from heaven, all pure and wonderful. It has its downsides. Some of them is this division of people where already we know we are in our houses, the son is looking at TV, the father is on the phone, and the daughter is on some video game. So we need to be creative about these things. And I believe we have the intelligence and creative energy if we provide that educational policy environment, and like Samir said, the
Mr.
AI
Momodu,
ecosystem that can help our young people provide solutions.
Thank you so much. And so because we're running out of time, my next question is just for Karima. We're just going to go straight into the question. So at least we have everybody at least saying what they have to say about the Africa we want. Mr. Karima, next question is, it takes us collectively to end all the issue in Africa. And how do we create awareness? Like before you answer, my former ambassador there used to say, all the problem in Africa are the same, whether if it's infrastructure, educational, whether we speak about maybe medical issues, all the issues are the same. From your end, how do you create that awareness like Mr. Karima was talking about, Mr. Summer was talking about?
Thank you so much. Do you hear me very well, right? Yeah, okay. It's great to reconnect with you after my last participation with you in Banjul, Gambia. And actually, I would like to build on of what Mr. Samir had said and what the other speakers have said about artificial intelligence and digitalization in relationship to the main subject of the Africa We Want and the African Union Agenda 2063. I think the problem here is that the agenda is still in the face of aspirations and it is not really translated into measurable goals. That's the problem with the agenda, because it doesn't have a commitment processes that will enable countries to implement the different aspirations and on the ground. As far as education is concerned, and I think this is one of the biggest priorities, and also you asked a question related to raising awareness and going back to digitalization, and I think if we follow what the work of civil society during the lockdown for the past 4 months, we know that there is an emergence of what we call civic technology. And now I think we're talking about NGO 4.0. So we're moving more to a digital platform as even government or, providing digital services and moving also to remote work. And this is something new. And of course, we know our problems in Africa. As the digital acceleration is quite important at this time of lockdown, the problem is that digital acceleration has widened the gender gaps because of there are many regions who do not have any access neither to infrastructure nor to technology. And I can talk about my experience as a professor who experienced e-learning and with new methods. But the problem is that the learning do not reach out many millions and millions of students who were not able to access their education this year. So I think this is a reality, and as we are building our new policies, we need to make sure that civil society are taking advantage of digitalization and campaign and raise awareness, and more specifically advocate for the building up of inclusive the digital policies as government are adapting digitalization in the future. So this is very important because we cannot develop policies without taking into consideration gender gaps. Also, I think I want to add something of what Mr. Samir said about the jobs, the future jobs. I think even before Corona, we have very alarming statistics that many jobs that will be deleted. And I think if we go back to our education system, I think it's high time to advocate for a serious reform of our education system that would take into consideration this digital acceleration, also artificial intelligence, so that we have new education, a new vocational training, a new professional training in the jobs that will be in the future. Because when we talk about artificial intelligence, for example, we say that, you know, it's mankind, it's a human capital who build up this intelligence. So we don't want in the future that robotics replace humans. So how can we collectively think now post-COVID-19 of building new ecosystems and also moving to new business models? Because today, millions of people around the world, not just in Africa, lost their jobs. Many small and business enterprises have gone really bankrupt, and we cannot have the same mindset now. I think we have to shift. Artificial intelligence, civic technology, and digitalization in general is a fact now. We as civil society have really changed our way of doing business during this lockdown. We have tried to build our capacity rapidly so that we can provide you know, humanitarian assistance. We can provide capacity building to our beneficiaries using this technology that is new. I mean, not everyone have digital culture, not everyone have digital capacity. So I think we need really to think collectively across all sectors how this digitalization will be impacting our lives in the future. Today, it's a fact that many businesses and even public institutions have adopted seriously remote work, which also has its advantages and the disadvantages, because the working conditions at home is not the same as in the office. Today, we're talking about virtual offices of work for NGOs. We're talking about the fact that instead of, for example, getting a physical office, we need to get a domain name and a website. So that's I think that's the future trend. And only by building capacity and also working really on infrastructure. This is really challenging. I mean, everything is nice and beautiful, yes, okay, but we cannot leave millions of people behind, because this is our reality today. And also, I think in terms of future jobs, there are today new trends in recruitment processes. And one of the major skills that are demanded today for young people in the continent is digital skills. So I think it's high